Hello all. Welcome to Value Plus the Family Office, Knowledge Plus for Wealth Plus presentation from our research desk. After looking to the introduction to income tax last week, this week our hot topic is tax benefits under Section 80. But before that, let us see what happened in the financial markets last week. Last week the major news was indirect tax collections was up by 5% and stood at rupees 3.07 lakh crores vis-a-vis rupees 2.93 lakh crores. This will support the government to bring down the fiscal deficit and rating downgrade pressure may reduce. Sensex rose by 113.86 points and closed to 21,193.58 at the end of the week. FIIs remain net buyers in the equity and debt segment with the net inflow of rupees 1810 crore and rupees 196 crores respectively. The chart shows the price performance of different asset classes. Silver rose by 3.08%, whereas USD INR depreciated by 0.31%. Post-Fed's meeting, adjustment was seen in all the asset classes. Next week, the financial markets will be eyeing on HSBC India Manufacturing PMI for November, which is to be released on 2nd January 2014. Consumer Price Index for Industrial Workers data, which is set to be announced on 31st December 2013. And auto and cement companies will announce their monthly sales figures during the week. We now come to our hot topic, that is tax benefits under Section 80. Let us look at the introduction first. Saving income tax every year is a cakewalk for some, while a nightmare for most of the others. There are various deductions that are available for exemptions under Section 80, with most commonly known sections are 80C and 80D. Beyond these two sections, there are other deductions which can reduce your tax liability if planned smartly. It is one of the common tools for tax planning. We start with the Section 80C. It is one of the most common deduction tool. The investments that qualify under this are Provident Fund and Voluntary Provident Fund, Public Provident Fund, Life Insurance Premiums, Equity-Linked Savings Schemes, Principal Repayment of Home Loan, National Savings Certificate, 5-year Bank Fixed Deposits, Senior Citizen Savings Schemes, 5-year Post Office Deposit Scheme, and Unit-Linked Insurance Plan. The major exemptions others are the total deduction under 80C along with the Section 80CCC and 80CCD is limited to rupees 1 lakh only. Section 80CCC stands for the premium paid for annuity plans, and Section 80CCD stands for the deduction in respect of contribution to pension account. Deduction for employees' contribution is available to subject to maximum of 10%, whereas in case of self-employed individual, the contribution limit is restricted to 10% of gross total income. Deductions related to medical. In that first is Section 80D. There the deduction is respect of medical insurance, and the deduction is available for rupees 20,000 for senior citizens and up to rupees 15,000 for self, spouse and dependent children. Section 80DD stands for the rehabilitation of handicapped dependent relative. Here the deduction is up to rupees 50,000 for expenditure incurred, and in case of severe disability the deduction is available up to rupees 1 lakh. Section 80DDB stands for the medical expenditure for specified diseases on self or dependent relative, whereas the limit is up to rupees 40,000. Additional deductions. Section 80CCG stands for the Rajiv Gandhi Equity Savings Scheme. Here, for person whose annual income is less than rupees 10 lakhs can invest in this scheme, and maximum amount eligible for deduction is 50% of rupees 50,000 only. Section 80GG stands for the house rent paid. The maximum deduction available is rupees 24,000. Section 80G stands for the deduction for donation towards social cause. Various donations are eligible for deduction up to either 100% or 50%. and Section 80E stands for the deduction for interest on the loan for higher studies. So we conclude that each section has its own pros and cons, and therefore it is necessary to know the sections in detail. The other option for this is to get an advice from the consultant to know the smart ways to save the tax. Thank you. Please share your valuable feedback on our email ID info@valueplusinv.com. Thank you once again.